Hey everybody, Steve here. We're back, and today we're on a roll. We're talking about Herald Camping. We're talking about Witness of the Truth. We're talking about Broken Twice 78. We're talking about Civis Palomar. Family radio. There's so many people that are following and believing this. The rapture is going to hit on 21 May 2011, and the destruction of the earth and everything. Of course, if everything's destroyed, the earth's in it too. On 21 October 2011, there's so many people that are caught up in this frenzy. It is amazing, and yet nobody wants to take up on the challenge, even for $1. I mean, it must be that all these people who claim that money's not important, material things are irrelevant, and that well, if it's not important and it's irrelevant, why won't you take up the challenge? Why won't you do the challenge and post date a check for 22 May for $1 or 22 October for $1? I know what it is. It must be. You're busy preparing for leaving. Think of it this way. I mean, when you go on a trip, let's say you're going to take a trip. You get your bags and you pack your clothes and your little hygiene gear and your undies and your little flip flops and sandals and a little Hawaiian shirt, and you put your things in order, and you're packed, you're ready to go, and then when you leave, all your stuff that's left is taken care of. Your money, your finances, your this, or that. And I would imagine that if, such a thing was happening, you would probably want your money to be used for something good, like giving Bibles to people who need them, giving Bibles to people, say, who are in prison, or giving Bibles to people that are in third world countries. I mean, that would be a great way to leave, to take this trip on 21 May 2011 by knowing that all the stuff that you had here, I know why. You've already liquidated all your stuff and you've already given it to worthy causes. That's got to be it, right? That's got to be it. I mean, what was I thinking? No wonder nobody wants to take me up on this challenge, because they've already sold all their stuff. They're already preaching this Herald Camping gospel like mad, that the church age is over, and that if you're in a church, you're not a real believer, and that back in '88, it's from '88 on, no one's saved after that. But surely they've already taken steps to liquidate everything. To use the most, matter of fact, if these dates are true, like for Witness of the Truth and Broken 78 and Civis Palomar and a bunch of other people, you read these discussions and these comments and you'll see the people who believe in these dates, that money doesn't mean anything, and neither do material things, and you should be taking loans out on your houses. You should be furthering the gospel of God. It's no wonder no one's taken me up on this. I don't know what I was thinking. Witness for the Truth, Broken 78. What steps have you taken to liquidate your assets, to use everything that you have to preach? I mean, it should be like a sum-zero game where everything that you have now, you liquidate, you get rid of, you sell, and then that way by the time, and you use all that for ministry, so that when you get to that day on 21 May, you should have $0 left over. You should have no bank accounts, you should have no car, no house, no nothing, because those last few days should be spent not dealing with the things of the world, but dealing strictly with people and preaching the gospel of Herald Camping, and telling people to get ready. Telling people that, oh, you got to get on this rapture train. The train is coming, and it says it's on 21 May 2011. That's why people aren't taking me up on this challenge. I mean, I'd like to hear from these people who believe this Herald Camping, because surely you've stated you believe 100% that these things are going to happen. The rapture and the end of the world in next year, 21 May and 21 October, those things will happen without a doubt. You don't play around with God's Word. And so I would like to see a video where you're discussing how you're getting rid of all your material assets, all your money, all your stuff, and getting rid of it now so that when you get to that day of 21 May, you have zero money left. You have zero material possessions. I want to know. Document it. Document that. Because you know what? If you would do a series and document things like that, and how here's a video series, each week you do a video and you go through a certain thing and you say, okay, well, here's this thing here and I've had it and it was really precious to me and it's worth a lot of money, but I'm going to sell it and I'm going to get rid of it and I'm going to take that money and I'm going to use it to give Bibles to people in prison, to help preach the gospel before the rapture train hits on 21 May next year. And then each week you could do like big pie charts and graphs and showing how this is how much stuff I had and this is how much money, and it goes down each week incrementally, and by the time that last week hits you have absolutely nothing. So that way you won't be hindered by anything of the world, but you could do nothing but preach the gospel of Harold Camping and these additional revelations that show the 21 May and the 21 October prophecies. Where are the videos for that? Anybody? Hello? Hello? Anybody? You need to put your money where your mouth is. You're going to talk the talk. You need to walk the walk. All this stuff about, well, I don't play with God's word, and you're not wise, you're deceived, and blah, 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 blah. Cut the crap. Either you're preaching the truth or what I'm saying is the truth that we see in God's word. Only one can be right. I'm willing to stand up and face it. I will stand on God and his word. And you can say the same thing too, but it's going to come down to the point of on 22 May and 22 October, who's going to be left standing? Or who's going to run away in shame? Or who's going to make excuses for why they're still here and why, why we're still going to have turkey next year? If it was me, I would do everything in my power to document this, to prepare, to get rid of all my stuff, to make it almost like a weekly series on my YouTube page of showing how I'm giving away everything, liquidating everything, and preaching the gospel of Harold Camping or whoever you follow that put out these dates. Now, Witness of the Truth, he says that, well, this is proven in God's word. It's not a Harold Camping thing. Well, it's time to put up or shut up. What are you getting rid of? What are you liquidating? Matter of fact, I would imagine, since it takes 4 to 6 months for foreclosure to go through, I would suggest that you don't pay any bills for the last 3 months, so that way you can do nothing but preach the gospel and have nothing. No material possessions, no money, no credit cards, no driver's licenses. Get rid of everything that you have, because you're preparing. You should be preaching without sleep that this is going to happen and documenting it, because that would be the ultimate testimony that if you're right, it would be here on YouTube for everybody to see as the rapture's already hit and we have from May until October, that these videos that you would make would be a testimony to all us deceived believers out here who aren't really believers at all. That would be the ultimate testimony to those who aren't saved, the sinners of the world, the lost. That they could find your video series and say, he's gone, he's not here. What are you going to do? If you don't make those videos, that would make me question and wonder, is this guy really serious? Or is he just like all the other false teachers? I feel sorry for people like Broken Twice 78 and for all these other people that have left comments that support It's just going to be bad.